Cassie Ventura is giving her testimony against Diddy in his trial, and this is part 3. The government asked Cassie Ventura, in what cities did you respond to the ads on Craigslist looking for male workers? In New York. Did you respond to ads on a back page as well? Yes. Who directed you to communicate with the escorts? Defense calls objection. The government then redirects and said who, if anyone, and Diddy's defense says same, objection, assumes the fact not in evidence. The government then says, did you ever reach out to an escort independently? And Cassie says no. Did you ever not use an escort who arrived? One couldn't perform, so Sean sent him on. What was a safe escort? Not a cop, and someone who would not run and tell everybody about their experience with us. I'm not a cop. I learned this whole situation was not legal. Diddy's defense yells objection. The judge then says the jury will disregard that last answer. The government said, how did the cash get there? And Cassie said the security, or he brought it himself. Escort Dave, do you know his real name? Clayton Howard. The government then says, who is this? And shows Cassie a photo. She says Daniel. What service did you use? A dancer service. Do you recognize Jules? Yes. In what cities did you have freak-offs with Jules? New York, LA, and Vegas. Do you know his last name? No. Who is this? I know him as the Punisher. Did you use substances at every freak-off? Yes, I needed to dissociate and become emotionless. Who else used substances at freak-offs? Sean did, sometimes the escort. What other substances did you use? K, GHB, mushrooms. The government then said, I'll read Sean's part of this email and then you read yours. Cassie said, in this email, when should I take the thing? When will you be there? The government then says, pause right there. What did you mean? And she said, substances. They read Diddy's part in this email and he says, I took mine. I'm flying. And then the government asked, what does he mean? Cassie said, Why did you take more substances? To not be present with the experience. Why? Because it was something I hated. How did you react to E and MDMA? It could make me vomit. What would he say? To continue. Did you want to continue having these physical relationships when you wanted to vomit? No. How does GHB make you feel? Tipsy. And the C word, it makes my heart race. I'm not a big fan. Mushrooms, the walls come alive. When the substances ran out, how did you know who to reach out to? Sean would tell me. During the sessions, how would you know to move to the next step? Sean. What would happen after an escort finished on you? Sean would want it put on his body in the next room. Did you do that? I did. Where? Usually on his nipples. Did you want to do that? No. How did you feel? I was an object being heavily objectified by men. Sometimes he watched me by FaceTime. Were some sessions recorded on your devices? Because they were there. And if you saw them on your devices, what would you do? I would delete them. Why? They were disgusting. I never wanted anyone to see them. Were Sean's devices used sometimes? Yes. I asked him to delete them. Did he? I don't know. Did you ever leave a freak off before it was over? Yes, at the Intercontinental Hotel. I finally had a premiere coming up and I didn't want to mess it up, but Sean hit me. At what point did Sean hit you? Between sessions. What happened next? I got into the elevator. Next thing I knew, I was thrown to the ground. Who threw you down? Sean. He grabbed me by my neck and my hoodie. Let me show you the video. And then they play the hotel video once again for the jury. What were you doing? Trying to use the hotel phone. And what was Sean doing? Taking my phone and my bag. And this is where they stop Cassie Ventura's testimony for the rest of the day, and they will pick up here tomorrow. So you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.